Like, really? Really, fashion? We've been told to dress like amoebas. I love fashion, I really do. And I understand that trends are a crucial part of being human. We love newness, and adding new things to our closet is actually a huge part of discovering our taste and figuring out how we want to show up in the world through personal style. But also sometimes fashion can be a meanie. Sometimes she can be a manipulative asshole and pull us in completely different directions from one season to the next. And I don't like that, because I think it can lead to overconsumption and a closet full of pieces that we have just blindly added for the sake of following trends and wanting to feel cool. So today, selfishly, because I need to convince myself, I'm taking 5 of the hottest trends and I'm gonna see if they actually are trends or if they are just repackaged classics for fall. And you know what? I am so confident that we can come up with new ways to wear old things that for every one of these trends, I'm gonna create an outfit using what I've already got in my closet. I'm gonna use 2 things that are helping me dissect today's challenge. The first is my framework of elements of style. These are things like proportion, silhouette, textures, using colors. I use these elements of style to decode fashion and demystify it and to turn it into a tool that I can actually use for self-expression. I love this framework because it decenters the clothes and recenters my own creativity and myself, how I want to feel and my personal taste. Number 2, my fabulous friends over at Elle.com telling me what the only fall fashion trends that matter are. Who are we kidding? They don't even know I exist. Vibrant shades. Quiet luxury, who? What do you mean? You have been ironically yelling about quiet luxury for the past like 6 seasons. Okay, what's really happening here is a little bit of subtle color blocking. Do we need to go out and buy a neon suit? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure we can put something together that feels as joyous and saturated in color, even if it's not head to toe. Let's see. Obvious. Okay, poppy orange red, kind of like the article. I've also got this. This is a cool color. There is so much drama in these looks because using different bright colors together creates a high level of contrast. So if you want to experiment with that high visual impact and all you have are neutrals in your closet, you could achieve a similar effect by going with 2 high contrasting neutrals, like black and white, for example. You know what? I could also use this. Does this count as color? All right, that's all I got. Okay, you're gonna die when you hear this next one. Sweater dressing. Like, really? Really, fashion? You're telling me that sweater dressing is a must-have trend? Sometimes I feel like fashion is just insulting our intelligence. Like, obviously we're gonna start wearing knitwear in the fall. Chic sweaters are nothing new to the fall-winter runways. Thank you. But this season feels like another level of sophistication. So they're saying things like Fair Isle sweaters, for example. Embrace the trend now with a simple crew neck knit. It's groundbreaking. If we zoom out and we take away the urgency of it all, is essentially they're looking at knitwear that has more elements of texture or a pattern of some sort to it. I've got this. I found this secondhand, different textures. It's a vest, but I can throw something underneath it. They seemed to imply this idea of like head to toe knitwear, so I'm gonna throw this sweater dress in the mix. I've also got this guy, for example, which I thrifted. If they're talking about this new quote-unquote knitwear for the season being more elevated and sophisticated, it doesn't necessarily mean that the sweater itself has to be elevated or sophisticated. We could just pair it with something that is more elevated, like a beautiful trouser. Heavy metal leathers. Another fall mainstay. I mean, at least they're being a little bit more honest and calling these like mainstays and classics. What's making leather feel more current this season is the oversized of it all. They're saying it's all about the boxy moto jacket, heavy. And that's what leather is. It's very visually heavy, usually because it's darker, but also because of the texture. It sucks up a lot of light. But leather is something that we can find secondhand if this is something that you really like. I've got this ancient leather jacket. I found it secondhand maybe 15 years ago. It's not dark, it's not black, but I'm not mad about it. If you don't have leather in your closet already and it's not something that you want to add, even secondhand, instead we can look for something that has that heavier visual weight. So it could even be a dark oversized sweater, or it could be something like a heavier black blazer. Why not? What's next? Sculpted shapes. You know, this one kills me also because I feel like for the past 5 years, we've been told to dress like amoebas, you know? Like all of these flowy, languid forms, these super puddly pants. These sculpted jackets are so specific. Throw on a jacket or a blazer and just belt it and see what happens. Let's try it. Now look, please don't be offended if you like to wear clothes that don't have a lot of shape. I certainly have some of those pieces in my closet as well. This is no shade. Like, we like what we like, okay? And I think when we can wear what we like despite what the trends are telling us, this is like literally the whole point of the video. If you want to test out this trend of sculpture or add an element of sculpture and structure to your looks, you can also add structure through accessories, whether it's a cuff or an angular bracelet or a pair of square earrings or glasses. There are so many ways for you to add shape and structure without having to go out and buy one of these pieces, especially if you're not sure you're even gonna like it. Shearlings and faux furs. This one is tough. Fur is so divisive. If we zoom out and look at it from a purely elemental perspective, it's a texture thing. It's a texture and volume thing. So even if you don't want to wear faux fur, look for pieces that offer a big amount of volume and some sort of interesting, fuzzy, super like out there texture. This would have been a really great opportunity for us to use the fur that is already in existence, that has already been processed. I think this is where the secondhand market can really shine. I've had this for over 10 years. It's a beautiful chocolate brown faux fur vest. And I love this thing. Yes, you can come at me and be like, it's fossil fuel based and synthetic, which, yeah, it is, but it actually does keep me super warm. I wear it every year. It's indestructible. This is why I do these videos, because it's so important for us to be discerning and to buy these things with intention. That was an exceptionally short list by Elle.com, but we got through it. I was able to find so many of these quote-unquote trends in my closet already. This is gonna allow me to experiment with them, to see if I like them before actually shopping or buying any, if I even feel like buying into them. So I hope this has helped you take a minute to look at your closet, look at the clothes you've already got while you figure out if any of these trends are actually a trend this season. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for shopping my closet with me. Thank you for being here, for caring about slow fashion, and I will see you in the next slow fashion video. Ciao.